100 Islands History. Certainly, here's a brief history of the 100 Islands in the Philippines. The 100 Islands are a group of 124 small islands and islets located off the coast of Alaminos in the province of Pangasinan, Philippines. The history of these islands can be traced back to the pre-colonial era when they were inhabited by the Pangasinan people, who relied on fishing and trading for their livelihood. During the Spanish colonial period, the islands were discovered by Spanish explorers and were named the 100 Islands, due to the large number of islets that made up the archipelago. The Spanish colonizers established a trading post on one of the islands, but the islands remained largely undeveloped and isolated. In the early 20th century, the American colonial government recognized the potential of the 100 Islands as a tourist destination and began promoting them to the public. The islands quickly gained popularity among local and foreign tourists, and development of the islands began in earnest. During World War II, the 100 Islands were occupied by the Japanese forces and were used as a base for their military operations. After the war, the islands were returned to the Philippines and continued to develop as a tourist destination. Today, the 100 Islands are a popular destination for travelers who come to enjoy the beautiful beaches, clear waters, and diverse marine life. The islands have also become a hub for ecotourism, with many conservation efforts being made to preserve the natural beauty of the area. Overall, the 100 Islands have a rich and interesting history, from their pre-colonial origins to their development as a tourist destination. They continue to attract visitors from all over the world and are a testament to the natural beauty and diversity of the Philippines. Corregidor Island is a small rocky island located at the entrance of Manila Bay in the Philippines. The island has played a significant role in the history of the Philippines, particularly during World War II. During the Spanish colonial period, Corregidor Island was used as a station for defending Manila Bay. The island was fortified with artillery batteries and became an important naval base. In 1898, during the Spanish-American War, American forces led by Admiral George Dewey defeated the Spanish fleet in Manila Bay, including the Spanish garrison on Corregidor Island. During World War II, Corregidor Island played a crucial role in the defense of the Philippines against the Japanese. The island was heavily fortified and served as the headquarters of the Philippine Commonwealth Army and the United States Army Forces in the Far East. The Battle of Corregidor began on December 29, 1941, and lasted until May 6, 1942, when the American and Filipino defenders were forced to surrender to the Japanese. After the war, Corregidor Island was used as a military installation by the Philippine and American armed forces until 1992. Today, the island is a popular tourist destination and is managed by the Corregidor Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to the preservation of the island's historical and cultural heritage. Visitors to the island can explore the various military installations and museums, including the Pacific War Memorial and the Malanta Tunnel, which served as a hospital and headquarters during the war. Corregidor Island has a rich and complex history that extends beyond its role in the Spanish-American War and World War II. Here are some additional details. Corregidor Island is named after the Spanish word, corregir, which means, to correct. This is because Spanish ships passing through Manila Bay would stop at the island to correct their course before continuing on to Manila. The island's strategic importance was recognized by the Americans during their occupation of the Philippines in the early 20th century. In 1902, the U.S. government established a military reservation on Corregidor, and began to construct a network of fortifications, tunnels, and gun emplacements. During World War II, the island was subjected to heavy bombing and artillery fire by the Japanese. The defenders of Corregidor, led by General Douglas MacArthur, put up a valiant resistance but were ultimately overwhelmed by the enemy's superior numbers and firepower. Many American and Filipino soldiers were killed or captured during the battle, and those who survived were subjected to brutal treatment by the Japanese. After the war, Corregidor Island became a symbol of Filipino and American resistance against Japanese aggression. The island was declared a national shrine in 1954, and a memorial was erected to commemorate the sacrifices of the defenders. The memorial includes a museum, a chapel, and a series of plaques and inscriptions that honor the fallen. Today, Corregidor Island is a popular destination for tourists, history buffs, and military enthusiasts. Visitors can take a ferry from Manila to the island, and then explore its many attractions, including the ruins of the barracks, the gun emplacements, and the tunnels. The island is also home to a variety of flora and fauna, including several species of birds and butterflies.